Hello everyone and welcome to Lost on S.O.S. RP. So, we made it to the cave last. Grunt is not here. Rick doesn't necessarily remember where he told Grunt to go because of everything that happened. So, I honestly didn't even know that the cave was this close to where I was yesterday. It was kind of happenstance that I came across it. But now, once the sun comes up, we're going to be heading that way. To this military area. Try to find some more lore documents. Learn some more shit about Sakhal. Last time we found the note from Dimitri. And what was the other one from? Yeah, I don't think the other one mentioned who it was from. So, but there were some hints about some lore we can learn. I tried to pick up on as many hints as I could. Oh man. Don't you hate it when your bong's clogged, man? Ooh. Oh, excuse me. Still on the hunt to find Rick some weed. That's still on the menu. But, we'll go check out that prisoner area that was mentioned in the notes. Said it was, near here. First, so I was thinking about that. Crypto. I was thinking, Rick's kind of broken and isn't, like, I haven't checked the radio since that happened. I've just kind of, because Rick's pretty messed up from that. So I think that's a hard one. I don't know if Rick's gonna check the radio or not. Think Joseph Campbell? I don't know. I don't know Joseph Campbell. I have not met him in character. Unless you're making a joke about somebody. Hero's journey, yeah. Like, Rick's gotta deal with some shit. Yeah, Rick's got some stuff he's gotta deal with. He's currently talking to Glenn every now and then. He's in denial about it. Okay. See, I thought you were talking about a character in the fucking server. Okay. Oh. He does. And I just have a feeling that, like, if I come across the right person on character it is I come across, but I just hope it's the right person on the other end of the control of the mic, you know what I mean? Because I don't know what I'm gonna do. And if it's somebody who's new, doesn't really understand that you're supposed to, you know, kind of let things play out. You know, do what you need to do, but let something play out. Like, everybody's trying to give you an experience, so don't just kill everybody you come across, you know. There's a weed stuck on my phone. There we go. Like Luke entering the cave to face Vader on Dagobah. Dagobah, yeah. You mean Luke? Oh no, I was thinking when he got thrown into the Sarlacc pit. Not Sarlacc pit. That was the Rancor, when he had to fight the Rancor. Well, we're gonna wait for the suns to come up and go try to find some more notes at this prison area. That's my goal. But with Rick being alone now, like, thing is, like, Rick's not like a super important person in the story, you know? I mean, not anymore, because, like, I'm not with Grunt. Grunt's the important one, you know? So, like, with Rick, I'm just like the Morgan that kind of helped Rick on his first day of the apocalypse, and then isn't really heard from again until way later. You know, like, he's not the main character by no means. So, like, Rick was just a stepping stone for Grunt. That's the way I look at it. Like, I was something to help Grunt learn more and to, you know, kind of befriend him and made sure he wasn't alone. Stories about Grunt, not Rick. So, like, Rick being crazy off on his own right now is just like, I'm gonna come across someone and I'm gonna hold them up because they say something, they're asking me questions, I don't want to fucking talk about it, and I'm gonna hold them up, and then I just hope that that person on the other side isn't going to, like, kill me the first chance they get. You know? Because, like, I have to portray that I'm a broken man, like, when my mind is snapped. So, like, if somebody is talking about, like, I don't know, if someone walks up wearing that headdress, the wolf headdress, Rick's gonna snap. But the thing is, I kind of have to push people away. Like, if someone comes up to me, I kind of need to point my gun at them and tell them to get the fuck away. And then moments later be like, don't go. Like, I have to, like the don't go is Rick telling someone to leave and then having a flash of Grunt running and him saying, don't go. He's saying it to Grunt, but the person will hear it. So they're going to hear that I'm kind of, like, broken in that sense. Just gonna wait for the daylight. Like, Borsch said something to me that it was, if you're watching, Borsch, I know you're watching, whether it's now or later from now, The story of Rick Grunt is not over. No, no, it's not. But I got a feeling that there's always the possibility that, I mean, the way I have to play this out, like, I'm not the most safe person to be around at the moment. Like, I'm hearing voices and seeing my dead friend, and I'm on edge about, I don't trust anybody. Not trusting a goddamn soul. Like, I'm gonna think everybody's out to get me to find Grunt. I don't know where Grunt is. I never, like, I don't know. Like, Rick can't remember where he told him to go, and the fact that Rick stumbled upon the place that he did tell him to go. Like, obviously I know where Rick told Grunt to go, but I had to play it that certain way. It was just happenstance that I ended up here. So, we'll go explore that prison area to see if there's any dangers. But I do expect somebody to, you know, I just think someone's gonna kill Rick for him being, like, not sane. Like, he is insane right now because he's replaying the same moments over and over in his mind. Like, he's not actually here, he's still there. So, here's not here. I need to clear. You were supposed to. It's like, for one, I don't know what I'm gonna say to Grunt. If like Rick's in denial and is seeing and hearing his dead friend, that like he's under the impression that he was the one that had to shoot him. Like during that altercation of Glenn pointing his gun at Rick, and when Glenn says, I can't trust you, the second I put my gun out, you're gonna pull your pistol out and shoot me. And like, I was going to. Like, I was gonna. he was right. But so like, to justify it in his own mind, because like, I'm playing myself in the zombie apocalypse, just minor altercations to the timeline to make it so that I ended up in Sakhal. So like, greetings Toasty, what's up dude? Right, like Grunt's one of those, you know, he says just enough. Like, if you were to say any more, it would kind of remove that, like feralness. And if you were to say less, then we wouldn't get anything from. He's saying the exact amount that we were needing. And like towards the end of it there, before he was sent away, it was like he was talking more. Like he was getting the hang of like speaking and getting the mannerisms that we were using. So like, what's actually going on in his mind is pretty in the dark. It's a mystery. I'm assuming that he's scared. He doesn't know, like, what happened to Rick and Glenn. It's been like a week or two, maybe longer. Oh yeah, snappy poos are nice. Rick is not a radio guy at the moment. Rick is kind of he's a broken man, not focusing on the radio at all. It's kind of following the notes to figure out exactly what's going on with Hartman. He wants to figure out how to get to Hartman because he feels like if he can kill Hartman, he saves Grunt. Hartman's who wants Grunt. Hartman is who wants Grunt. So, taking out Hartman might be the only bet. To keeping Grunt safe. Because when Hartman's dead, I mean, who's gonna need a test subject with no scientist? I don't care if Hartman might have the cure, might be able to bring the world back. I only care about Grunt. Enough to kill my best friend for it, so. So it's getting pretty dark. I mean, that I was thinking like earlier when I said like I might check the radio at crack of dawn. I don't know. I was thinking about it, but after really sitting down and thinking about it before streaming, I was like, I can't do that. Like, Rick doesn't give a shit about the radio. He needs to be like dead quiet, like only talking to the apparition that he sees. The subconscious manifestation of his dead friend. Boy. Oh. Goddamn mushrooms made it so I couldn't put this away. Is that west? Ish. Might be that way. Right. Like I feel like it might be. I find a note that kind of puts it all together for me, and then I reach out, not to Grunt, but to Hartman himself, maybe. He just knows getting to Hartman and killing Hartman might be the only way of keeping Grunt actually safe, because the only reason that everybody wants Hartman, he can't, I mean, Rick can't kill everybody, but the odds of him killing one guy might just be enough. And if everybody wants this test subject because of Hartman, if Hartman's dead, nobody wants the test subject. It's a dead end for them all, so. Right. This must be it. I'm assuming. It's gotta be a busted down fence near. Like, Rick just knows that Hartman might be in a bunker because of the quote-unquote down in the hole that he is in. And he knows that Hartman was a scientist that was working, or hired Raptor rather, to send people to help do his bidding, which was, I'm assuming, the whole thing about the Vanguard, and that was just the facade. Metal tree. Well, that was just the facade used, and then he's really just looking for the test subjects. That's all real. That's all Rick really knows. He doesn't, like, out of all the notes I found, like, we know that this Katya and Dmitri were looking for Alexei, which was a spy for the Vanguard. Rick doesn't give a shit about any of that. All he cares about is Hartman and Grunt, which is interesting because the other half of the server, well, like most of the server, doesn't know what I know. So there's kind of too many. This is definitely that prison area they were talking about in that note. What would be the best way? I don't want to climb up there. If I get up there and get trapped, I'm screwed. Close the door, get them through a window, hope they don't break in. That might be my only option. They can't climb ladders. Oh. Some can, I guess. Some can climb pretty damn good. Basically hinting at the stalkers. That's how I'll explain a zombie on the roof. It's a stalker that climbed up there. They're smarter than other zombies. So maybe I can get on that that Jeep. Might be able to do that. I just know I don't have very much space. Well, not space, but weight left. I'm pretty stocked. I mean, most of the shit I don't really need. Like, I can make wooden hooks. I can get rid of those. So that'd be like 4 extra pounds. I got 10 shots with this, so if I can be sneaky enough. shots with this, and then I'll probably have to deal with another few. But hell, I'll just drop this thing on the ground, pull out my Glock. Or actually, I could switch to my Glock. Right? No, I can't. Not enough space. Oh. And go as planned. And they can jump over, but I can't. Let's climb right over that barbed wire like it's nothing. Oh. That was shitty. I'm having